Hello, friends. Welcome back to Rose Tarot and Astrology. I am your host, Mel Rose, and this is your two-card reading for Tuesday, December 19, 2023. The sun is in Sagittarius with Mars, but the sun is going to move on in just 2 days into Capricorn. Thursday is the winter solstice. That is the longest night of the year. It's always the day that sun moves out of Sagittarius and into Capricorn. It's really sort of like it's like the low point for the sun throughout the year. For 3 days surrounding the solstice, the sun doesn't appear to rise any earlier or later, or set any earlier or later, and it's on a very short schedule. So we have very long night that night, and we sort of celebrate this time of year by reflecting on the past year, but also this is a very hopeful time, especially with very positive astrology right now, for setting intentions for the coming year and years for yourself, months, years for yourself. So that's winter solstice coming up in 2 days. Today the sun is still in Sagittarius, so we're still feeling that vibe of spreading warmth and inspiration, connecting with people, sharing higher truths. The waxing half moon is in Pisces today, so we're getting this powerful creative push toward the goals that we're trying to complete right now. And it'd be really good to have some of those goals complete in the next week. Next Tuesday is the full moon in Cancer. It's also Christmas. It's going to be a really fortunate full moon. So, if you have some things, some accomplishments under your belt by then maybe you'll get a lucky boost or a fortunate kind of bonus in your life as a result of that. So that's a little bit about the astrology. If you want to know more, check out my channel. It's right next to this video on the channel. If you like this video and subscribe to my channel and click for notifications, then you'll get notified every time I post fresh daily tarot and astrology content. And as always, my friends, thank you so much for joining me today. Let's take a look at what these cards have to say. Okay, we have the Two of Pentacles. This is about balance, and Pentacles are about your health, wealth, and finances. So often that comes out to like work-life balance. It comes to, this idea that we have to maintain a balance between our efforts in the world, our efforts to earn money and establish security for ourselves and our families, and also, what's good for our physical and mental health, what's good for our personal well-being, how do we get to spend time with our friends and families and really enjoy what it is that we have earned, how do we take advantage of that security in ways that help us feel like we're not just worker bees, right? And you see this infinity symbol at the bottom of the card here. It often shows up in a Two of Pentacles card, and it just says you don't really ever get to take your mind off of this balance. It's not something you can just set it and forget it, okay? It's something you really have to pay attention to. It's always going to have your attention, like, oh, am I working too hard? Oh, am I not working hard enough? Oh, am I, have I gotten time to spend with my family this week? Or have I gotten time to spend by myself and take care of my own health and well-being this week? It's something that's always on your mind. And then the other clue here is the waves of water. It says, it's easier to maintain balance when you have a calm emotional state. So part of maintaining that balance is the self-care, because with the self-care comes the calm emotional state, right? When you don't have self-care, when you don't have time for yourself or time to enjoy the money you're earning or the people that love you and support you, then things don't feel very emotionally calm, right? It's better to take care of yourself so that you can maintain that sense of emotional calm, like you're getting all of your needs met, on both fronts, on the work front and on the personal front. And in that state of emotional calm, then you find it's easier to maintain that balance, although you do still have to always sort of pay attention to it. And here we have the Seven of Cups. So this is about, this can be about the choices that we have to make. It's about, the sort of danger inherent in not knowing what it is that we're choosing. Cups are emotions and intuition. So it's sort of like, what am I investing my hope in? What am I investing my enthusiasm in? And what's going to come out of it? Right? This person has a mask, and it's sort of, to me, that mask really represents the way that we can have illusions or sort of show up in situations, projecting an illusion of who we are, sort of to see what comes out of that situation. But also, the Seven of Cups just comes with this idea that, the choices that we make are sometimes illusory. Sometimes, you make a choice to invest your love, joy, hope, and enthusiasm, your time, your experience, your expertise in a person, place, thing, circumstance, and what you thought you were going to get out of it, what it looked like on the front. It's sort of a never judge a book by its cover sort of vibe. What it looked like on the front is not what it turns out to be. You thought maybe you were, you thought maybe you were buying a castle and what you bought was a dragon instead, or a castle with a dragon in it, right? So be careful about the choices that you're making right now. Especially be a little choosy about where you're investing your hope, your love, your joy and enthusiasm, your expertise, your time, okay? Give your time to things that help you feel like you're balancing your work and home life very well. Give your time to, to work that compensates you and supports you in such a way that you feel as though you have time also to focus on yourself, your personal life, your family and friends, okay? And give your investment to yourself, your family and friends in a way that feels like, in a way that feels like you can go back to the work that you're doing. It all feels very balanced, and it feels good to do both. I read this interesting quote recently, and if any of you use Canva, you might recognize it. It's a quote from Maya Angelou, and it says, "Success is liking who you are and liking what you do." So that's what's coming across to me with the Two of Pentacles, liking who you are and liking who you do. And let's not harbor any illusions about that. Okay, let's really try hard not to harbor illusions about who we are or what we do. What we need to be looking for is, do we like who we are? Do we like what we do? And can we make those things work together? Can we do it from a calm emotional state? Can we maintain this dance and this flow between the personal and the public part of our lives? Yeah. So be really honest with yourself. This is a time for it, okay? The sun is at the very end of its Sagittarius transit, and this is the time when those Sagittarian traits become really strong in us. So, one of the beautiful things about Sagittarius, and I think what I love also about Aquarians, they have a similar spirit, is that they'll open their mouths and they'll say the most honest thing, the most obvious, honest thing. And it may not always feel good to hear what they said, but they said it and it was the truth, right? And somehow that brings balance back to a situation. Somehow they're just like, okay, this is all very fun and great, but the truth of the matter is this. Here it is. There's the cold, hard truth. And hopefully that will inspire you to to do better, to make clearer choices, to be honest with yourself about the choices you're making in terms of what you're doing for a living and how you're managing that balance with your personal life. Okay, friends, I think that's all I have to say about it today. Thank you so much for joining me. I truly appreciate your presence here, and I will catch you all in the next video.